Hey guys, Down Phoenix here, and I decided to take a change of pace from all the shooting games and play a poker game, because why not? But anyways, that's not the subject of this video. This is actually about the whole used games thing, which has started, of course, a long time ago actually. There was rumors that the PlayStation 4 would block used games or restrict them in some way. However, we really haven't got a firm answer on that yet. Even after Microsoft's Xbox One reveal, where Phil Harrison was apparently more than obliged to tell us that, yes, we're going to have some kind of restrictions on used games. And he didn't really give us much details beyond that, but we at least have an idea that they are going to do that on the Xbox One. And that has upset a lot of people. A lot of people are shifting over to the Sony camp all of a sudden. When, let's be honest here, Sony never really gave us a straight answer about this. They never really gave us a yes, there's no used games, or yes, there are used games. You know, there really hasn't been anything like that. And according to Jeff Keighley, or as Angry Joe might call him, Geoff Keighley, har har, just a little fun poke at him. You know, I actually like Angry Joe. But, you know, according to Jeff Keighley, Sony is apparently still planning on doing this, restricting used games. Now, we know that Jeff Keighley is a little biased when it comes to gaming. He's definitely more of a Microsoft mark. And he's also the infamous Dorito Pope, as we all know. But Jeff Keighley is also, you know, a pretty prominent figure in the video game media. So he obviously would have some better sources than someone like myself or any other random YouTuber out there. So this is something to really consider. Now, bear in mind, this is all conjecture. This is all rumor, speculation. Sony has not announced that they are going to restrict used games. As a matter of fact, after the PlayStation 4 reveal, Eurogamer's Tom Brandwell questioned Sony Worldwide Studios head Shuhei Yoshida. He said, "So, used games can play on PS4. How is that?" However, when Brandwell followed up with the question to try to get more clarification, Yoshida's answer was rather puzzling. He replied, "Do you want us to do that?" A Sony spokesperson gave a similarly cryptic answer to Game Informer, stating, "We are just now announcing the basic vision and strategy of PS4, and we'll have more information to share regarding used games later this year. But PlayStation has a long history of keeping its gamers happy, and we won't make decisions that damage our relationship with them." Kotaku was right to point out that it is unsettling that they could not give us a simple yes answer for it playing used games, or if it's going to be just like any previous console where you just plug the disc in and start playing, or if there's going to be some kind of hurdle to begin playing a used game. Now, if Sony does not restrict used games, that is a great thing. But, like I said, we don't really have a definitive answer from Sony yet on this. Perhaps it was Sony's plan to do this all along, but they wanted Microsoft to announce that they're going to do it first so that they receive the negative backlash, the real brunt of it. But I implore Sony that if you guys are planning on something like this, I would strongly recommend you reconsider. Microsoft's negative backlash has been fantastic. I mean, it has been magnificent for you guys. You really won't want to ruin the positive momentum that you have now going into your next system. If you guys don't do like Microsoft, you guys will have the #1 console the next generation. I don't think that there's any gamer out there that has any doubt in their mind about that. Now, on the other hand, if you do happen to restrict used games, this is going to really limit your advantage on that. And actually, in my opinion, would make you seem dishonest. Because while Microsoft's decision to announce that they are restricting used games is a very poor one on their part, it at least showed their honesty, their integrity to tell us what we can expect from the next system. And it's very disappointing if you pull this kind of stunt, Sony. I'm a Sony fan, personally. I love the PlayStation. PlayStation 2 is the first one I've actually had, though. I played tons of games on the PlayStation 2. Probably dozens, if not hundreds even. The PlayStation 3 is my favorite of the current gen consoles. But if you pull this stunt on the PS4, just like the Xbox is doing, well, for one, I'm probably going to stick with PC gaming. I might pick up a Wii U later on down the road. If I ever do pick up a system between the Xbox and the PS4, if both of you are doing this, I'm going to choose the Xbox. Because at least they were upfront about it. At least they told us ahead of time that we can expect this. So Sony, don't give in so easily to third-party publishers on this. If they want to do the whole online pass thing or whatever, I suppose that's fine, because you're only really asking the used player to pay like $10 to get online features. And, you know, we're going to have more games with online functionality and features in the next generation. So, it will give consumers more incentive to purchase a new game over a used game. I think instead of targeting used games, you should compete with them. You should do like Steam and a whole bunch of other people and offer competitive pricing. Give people a reason that they will download a game directly from your service or stream it, as opposed to buying the game from GameStop or a similar store. That's the way that you benefit consumers. That's the way you combat used games. And that's the way you guys should do it. Don't fall into the third-party publisher's trap. Don't follow suit with Microsoft. Stick to the plan of not restricting used games. Give consumers that right, that option, that capability to be able to revisit your catalog 15, 20 years from now, long after you guys abandon it. Let them be able to pass this on to their children. Then you're going to have a winner. Don't abandon that opportunity, Sony, because not only is it an unwise move, but gamers are going to remember that you guys held back on doing this because you wanted to shift the blame to Microsoft. Now, if Sony does in fact restrict used games in some way like Microsoft has announced plans for, do you think that you'll still go with the PlayStation 4? Do you think maybe you'll get the Xbox One instead? Or are you going to abandon console gaming or go with the Wii U or go to PC? What do you think you guys are going to do? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And with that, guys, Down Phoenix out.
I'm still not sure what a deadite really is.
Well, it all starts with a demonic book that should never, ever be read.